right, me and Ryan are here at the Lake
Buena Vista. Big words are tough for South Carolinians.
Oh, South Carolinians, sir.
South Carolinians.
All right, me and Ryan are here at the Lake Buena Vista golf course at Disney Springs. Just two good-looking guys playing golf, talking about real estate, and I think I'm gonna whoop you.
We'll see.
It's gonna be fun.
Time will tell.
Come along. So you started house hacking.
Yep.
All in Minnesota.
That's correct.
And then when did you transfer to start doing midterm rentals?
That would have been December-ish of last year, January of last year.
December, January of this year?
Of 2022.
22.
Well, December 2022, January 2023.
I really don't want to get bit by a gator or a snake. Let's go. I hate this freaking game.
Fun start.
These guys are from England. This is their last day of vacation. They're having to play golf with us.
We have 3 that we've lost already.
Do you guys need me to play for you?
Maybe. Shot. Let's go. Golly.
You know you're from the South when you say golly.
Shot. So you're the midterm guy, and I am about to get into my first one, so I'm gonna have to pick your brain.
Is that gonna be your duplex?
Yeah. Which route do you think I should go? Do I go with the furnished rental route, or do I just reach out to the insurance companies or the agencies like placing the actual nurses?
Don't have all your eggs in one basket.
One of the things I am considering is, am I gonna make enough rent through the midterm space to make it worth it, like have it fix it up? So long term, I'm probably at $950 a month. Midterm, I'm probably at $1,500. So do I need to be able to double it for it to make sense, you think?
Usually it depends on what your utilities are going to be and how much.
You have to cover utilities for midterm. You don't for long term, correct? And you got to furnish it.
Yep.
So if the ROI is not there,
you have that upfront cost to furnish. Usually going to be $5 to $10 grand to furnish. Then you have to pay utilities, which is usually going to be a couple hundred extra a month. Nice putt. Woo! Oh, beautiful putt.
There we go. Get on the green. I do wish everybody saw the writing on the wall about real estate like we do. Obviously, I got the social media. I'm talking about all the time. You have your social media. You're a coach at a rental academy. We get to teach a lot of people who say, hey, I finally want to do this. But man, I look at the number of people there are in the world and the ones, like the amount of people who are actually doing real estate, and it makes me sad. I'm like, guys, if you would just take the time to learn, take the chance, you wait a few years and your life completely changes.
It's one of the most efficient ways to use your time and leverage your time.
I think that's what holds most people back is, what's this going to be like when I own it? Is the house going to burn down? Are tenants going to pay? Are they going to destroy the place?
Am I going to have to go fix toilets at 2 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, God, the class. Oh, the pipe burst at 2 a.m. What are you going to do? I'm like, I'll answer it in the morning. No, I'm joking. But you have people in place to handle that. That's why building a team is so important. But I remember my biggest fear was like, is anybody going to rent it? Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the data, like when you remove the emotion and look at the logic, there's almost a 96% occupancy rate in the U.S.
Yep.
Like, that doesn't mean it's not 100, but statistically, well, if you're a gambler and you're like, I can go play blackjack and I have a 96% chance to win every hand, are you going to play?
I like 97% odds.
Well, okay. Well,
higher standards.
Send all your properties to me. I'll take the 96% occupancy rate. But that guy's hitting a 3-wood. If he would hit his driver, he'd have me by 50.
I'm just hitting a 7-iron to make Jaren feel good.
Yeah, thank you. I need it. The ego needs it. Now, this guy we're playing with for real is nasty. Yeah, check it out. He's lean.
I can already tell you what's going to happen.
Bro, what if he shanks it up here to the right? He's going to smoke this. Look at that. Great divot.
Beautiful. Oh,
get all over it.
Get legs.
Oh, it's on it. Oh my gosh!
Get your notebook
Chunkopotamus.
out.
What notebook was I supposed to get out?
Yeah.
The what not to do notebook?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh no. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice putt.
To get big cash flow, you have to sink more capital in the deal.
For sure.
And so I've used the BRRRR strategy, which has allowed me to buy properties, recoup my money within 4 to 6 months, and then keep redeploying. Infinite returns.
Yep.
Or close to it, depending on how much money I have to leave in the deal, but it's very minimal. It's not a 20% down. Now, because I do that, my cash flow is lower on those properties that I do that particular strategy in. But what you see is the longer you own those properties, wealth is built. You become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, and you start stacking millionaires, million on top of millions. And then you can actually access that equity. It's not in the form of cash flow. You can access that equity to live off of or do projects or buy more properties like you would with cash flow, except it's more powerful. And you're taxed on cash flow. It's lower than your standard income rate.
Borrow money without paying taxes on it.
Exactly. If you pull equity out of your properties over time, and there's multiple ways to do it, you don't pay taxes.
Agreed.
And man, when you look at what that means in the long run, it's hard to see when you first start, but as you continue to grow wealth, the fact that you have access to capital for free for essentially as long as you live is literally life-changing. So you know what, we were talking about this earlier, scares me about some of the strategies investors use is people try to get too cute. So if you talk to any investor who's been doing it for any amount of time, they will tell you you need to buy undervalued deals.
Yep.
It protects you in the long run. Undervalued deals, and you want to try and cash flow a little bit. But there is this wave of people who are buying deals strictly on terms. And so what they're doing is, let's say a house is worth $150,000. They're going and offering the owner of this house $170,000, for example. But as long as they can get good financing terms, take over their existing mortgage, not have to put much money down. And so it sounds good on the front end because you're able to get into these deals without having to come up with much money at all. Yeah. The problem is you're underwater $20,000 immediately.
Which isn't a problem if you can weather a storm.
Exactly.
But a lot of these people doing it are coming into properties with zero money down because they don't have any money to weather a storm. So they're buying a property at above market value, which already carries additional risk. And then they also have risk in that they don't have any capital. You still need to have some money in reserves because you might have a $8,000, $7,000 air conditioning unit go out right after you buy that property.
Well, that's the thing. They're like, oh, well, we're doing it just for cash flow. If we just have cash flow, we're fine. Well, it's like you said. Okay, big expense comes up. Or you have 3 months without a tenant. And you already didn't have money in the first place. That's why you're buying it like this. Now you're underwater $20,000. And now your cash flow is not coming in. You can't sell the property because there's no equity in it. You owe $20,000 more than what it's worth. And you really put yourself in, you're banking on the market appreciating. And yes, we know in the long run it is going to, but dude, there's some short-term problems sometimes that you gotta be able to weather. Get over the water.
Short.
You got wind behind you. Yes, sir. Me and Ryan did the old trick. We started out bad to make these guys think we were terrible, but we're making a comeback.
Is he talking smack?
No.
He should.
I get the nastiest comments online because I'm a landlord, like reading properties. And we have tenants and people are like, oh, you're a leech, you're the reason for the housing crisis, nobody can buy it. But I'm like, bro, do you understand the houses that I buy, the average person isn't even allowed because you can't even get a loan through the bank.
Banks won't lend on that stuff.
They're in such bad shape. Like what we do is actually take them
and make them livable
turn the neighborhoods around.
And increase supply.
Exactly. There's two things in life somebody needs: golf and real estate. And today, we're getting the best of both worlds. We're out in Disney World, golfing, and talking real estate. My friends, Ryan, Jenny, and Elizabeth, you can't beat it.
Look at any period in history. There's been no, I think, 2-year period where rents have gone down. And typically during housing market corrections, rent prices just level off. You even look at 2008, 2009, at what rent prices were. They did not go down like housing prices did. They basically just leveled off.
Plateaued. I will say though, going into it so naive, not realizing what the future would hold, it was a very good surprise. Like, oh wow, rents do go up, and you do pay debt down, and appreciation happens over time. Which I want to stress: appreciation is not guaranteed ever. It's definitely not guaranteed in the short run. But if you look at real estate over time, if you look at the graph,
there's
going up.
Dude has it's 2 out of 4, so I shouldn't be talking.
2 birdies. He has to get, or 2 pars, 1 more par, and he gets $100.
Had me in the first half, and then we put a little bit of money on it, and I'm about to take $100 from him by the end of this round. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, Ryan's up. He's teeing off on the last hole. We got to see how he does. I think he's gonna shank it. He hit a bomb down the middle, but it's heading towards the sand trap. He's in the sand trap. I got a chance. All right, we're on the last hole. I've won the match, unfortunately for Ryan, so his dreams are shattered there. But we had a bet going, $100 bet. We had 6 holes left.
I had 1 par through the first, what would that have been, 12 holes? And I told him I will par 3 of the last 6 holes, and I've parred 2 out of the last 5. Let's see if I can do it a third time.
And if he does it, I got to pay him $100. I don't think he's going to pull it off. If he does, then I'll hand him his $100, but I'll still talk junk because I won the match. How do you feel?
Baby food.
Baby food. I guess that's like a Minnesotan thing for I got ice in my veins. He's got to either chip this in or chip it up close and put it in to get his $100. He hits it. Oh, it's a clean chip. Ooh, he's got a 2.5 footer. He's got a 2.5 foot putt. All right, this is a big putt. This is for $100, a $100 putt. He's shaking. He made it, $100. $100. Give me some bump. Great round, dude. I still won the round, though, but I did lose $100. Hey, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. Yeah, y'all be good, man. Safe travels. Pleasure meeting you, man. Ryan wins $100. How's it feel?
Feels incredible to take an extra $100 from your boss.
Oh my gosh, we had a blast. Hope you guys learned some stuff about real estate. Enjoyed hanging out with us on this golf course. We had a fantastic time at BP Con, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.
I had one par through 12 holes. Jaron was talking a bunch of ish. I told him I'd par 3 of the last 6 holes and take $100 from him. Parred 2 of the first 3. Bogeyed. 2 of the first 4. You can clip that part out. Parred 2 of the first 4. Bogeyed number 5. Hit a drive into the bunker on number 6. Had a 7-iron, about 160 yards out of the bunker onto the rough, about 15, 20 feet from the green. Chipped it 2 feet from the pin, and I got ice in my veins. We know what happened with the putt.